Hi everyone, I am so excited. So mum's the word for a little while because this isn't even out yet. So once I post this video, it will be out to the world, but I wanted to start trying these products now. And I can't wait to show all my customers, all of the new people that haven't even tried Mary Kay, and all of my consultants and everyone else, because this line is so amazing and I can't wait to show you. So we just got this fun new box, and here are a ton of eyeshadow because I've already pulled them out and put into a compact. So it is called Mary Kay Chromafusion, and it's eyeshadows, cheek colors, highlighters, contour coloring. If you've tried any of the limited edition eyeshadow formulas, they've been testing it out for a little while. They are more even more potent of coloring than our past formulas, which is surprising because I loved our past formula. It's a little bit more of a creamy texture, but not a cream. It just feels more, maybe velvety is the word, but it is supposed to last longer, crease less, and be more vibrant and so much more colorful. And so they came out with some fabulous colors. I am so excited. So here is a new one of the compacts. It is a palette that is customizable. You can put any of our magnetic, because it's still magnetic, but look at this. Oh my gosh. I've been using one that has been able to put more in, and I am so excited. So there's no squares, no limitations. You can put as much as you want in here. You can put our cream Endless Performance foundations, our mineral pressed powders, anything that has that magnetic backing, which is fabulous. But can you see those? I kind of nicked a few of them as I was taking them out because I wanted to test them, and I put my finger in a few of them to test them out. They are beautiful. So these are the eyeshadows. I need to rearrange them, but I kind of wanted to put them in a little bit of color order, but now there's gaps and stuff, and so I'm gonna have to rearrange. But for now, this is how I have it. These are the cheek colors. There are plenty more cheek colors. I just haven't put it in there. And I actually did put this, it's called the Latte, and it is matte. They have heard our cry, and for all the people that don't want shimmering powders, we have so many more matte shades, which are fabulous for women that are aging and don't want to bring attention to their fine lines and wrinkles around their eyes. Matte colors are fabulous for that. And for those of you who have ever done makeovers or color parties with me, you know that a matte color, I always say never use 3 shimmer powders on your eyes. You need to have at least one matte, and that's usually more the mid-tone color that you're kind of shaping your eye with. And I'll kind of go over that, but I can't wait to try these products. I have been debating on what color I want to try, or what colors I want to try, what I want my new look to be. So that is going to be a little bit hard to choose from, but I will do a few of these every single day or every other day or something like that when I have time. But seriously, these colors are fabulous. So if you'll notice, obviously you can tell that there are a ton of shimmer eyeshadows as well, but look at how vibrant some of these colors are. So we have more greens, we have more pinks and purples. Of course, we have the browns and golds. These are highlighters colors, but this whole row right here and this to this blue are all matte shades. All matte shades. So you are going to be able to have a party, have a big old party if you just want matte, which is fabulous. And if you want a few matte and some shimmer powders, you can do that too, which is so cool. So anyway, that compact is seriously, I can't get over how fun and how many colors you can have with it. Like seriously, Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to stop talking about that. But I decided to have my whole face done so we could just really play with like the eyeshadows and stuff, because that's what I really wanted to get into. And I knew I would probably, you know, talk a little bit more about the products. But this is the catalog. Look at those beautiful shades. I actually was thinking about doing a version of that, or kind of my bronze, but because there's so many more fun like pinks and purples, I actually have my unit meeting tonight, and our new suit is a bunch of different pinks and stuff. And so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do a pink purple look, and that is similar to what is on the cover. So I'm going to do a version of that. Sometimes, I know if you have watched any of my videos, I talk about using some of our cream. This is our apricot twist. I love beach blonde, if you've ever seen any of my videos, to pop color. But I really wanted to, I decided just for the eyeshadow, I wouldn't use any extras like this, just so you could see how potent it was by itself. But they are super velvety, and I can't wait to test some of them, because anyway, they are so fun and so pretty. So first of all, I'm going to take my mid-tone color. That's usually what I do first. And I'm going to play with, and because I don't have these memorized, I might have to pop them out to tell you what colors they are. But I'm going to do a matte color for my mid-tone, and I will probably use this color, and I'm pretty sure some of the color names are the same, but it's still the different formula. So just know that they kept them the same so that you would know more similarly if it was very close to the same color as the last one. And if they've changed names, then it's usually because it's changed colors. But this is hazelnut, if you can see that. Okay. So I'll probably use that one, but if you want a deeper color, maybe I'll use a different one, since hazelnut is one that we already have, but we've been asking for more matte shades, and they brought back one of our favorites. It's Cinnabar, which is a dark brownish red. You can also use that as your transition shade or mid-tone, whatever you want to call it. Some people use it and put it on second. I usually like to shape my eye first, and so I actually do it first. And part of that is because I don't want to dirty up the highlight color on my eye, but that's preference. You don't necessarily have to do it that way. Then this is another color. So I wouldn't use this as a mid-tone shade unless you were doing a really dark smoky eye and you wanted to go from like black to fade up. But you could use this if you're more beige or bronze skin tone as your mid-tone color if you wanted. So anyway, both of those are really pretty. I think I'll actually try I'll do the Cinnabar one just because that's one that we haven't had for a little while. And it could be slightly different. It looks like it's not exactly the same color as our old Cinnabar, but close. So I am going to pull back my hair. Try to do my best. So I've already primed. I used our fabulous foundation primer. I used my Matte Wear foundation. I set my foundation with our mineral powder. And then I used the latte powder for my contour and on the side of my nose. So if you want, one of the best ways to give you more of a three-dimensional look in photographs is to highlight and contour your face. It makes the world of difference. And if you don't do that, if you're going to be a bride or for special occasion, like that is like a must. So you do it in a slow, like a diagonal V. You don't want to go outside of diagonal from the corner of your eye to the corner of your nose. And that's also where your eyebrow should end. But do you see how I barely tapped that? Oh my goodness. Look at the coloring on that. So that was hardly any color, and I didn't put very much on my brush, but just to go and show you how much color, just a teeny bit. You're not going to need very much of this. So what's great is you'll still be able to blend it out and you'll get a little bit of a lighter shade with it if you want. I'm having to use a mirror because the camera is messing me up. Okay, so that is Cinnabar. And I always kind of tap off the extra so you don't have a ton of fall away. But I have noticed with the past formulas of our limited edition, when I've used it, I've had less fallout anyway. And I think it's the formula that's just a teeny bit more, like I said, I want to say creamier, but I don't want to confuse you because it's not a cream. It just feels more creamy, velvety, whatever you want to call it. But seriously. Okay, so for those of you who don't do a matte shade to shape your eye, like this is the reason. I could pretty much go out like this and it gives me more depth and definition. I did concealer on top of my eyelids, and so that's naturally lighter, but I could go out and this could be an everyday look and you could call it good, right? But of course, for anyone who knows me, I'm more of a dramatic kind of girl for my makeup, and so we're not going to stop there, right? We can't stop there with all these beautiful shades. So which ones to try? Which ones to try, right? So I am thinking I'm going to try this shimmery. We have a lot of the same shades. So some of these ones are similar to our old ones, just so you know. Like we have Crystalline, we have Moonstone, and this one is a version of kind of like Honey Spice and Spun Silk, if you've used those. This is kind of similar to like Gold Coast. It's called Gold Star or something like that. Gold Status, that's what that one's called. So those are similar to what we've had, and they're beautiful shades, and they're probably going to go on so much more pigmented. But I'm going to try this light pinky shimmery color right here. But first I'm going to do a matte light color, and then I'm going to put this on. And it's called, so we used to have a rose gold color, but it was a little bit darker than this, and I wouldn't have called it necessarily a highlighter, but I feel like, can you see how pretty that color is? It's super shimmery, and it's kind of like a light pink. So I kind of want to use that one, but I'm going to do a light matte shade first, and then I'll do the shimmer. So this is the Biscotti, and that's what they recommended to do all over your eye, which is totally fine because it's a matte. You don't ever want to do shimmer from eyebrow to like eyelashes, but for a matte color you can do that. And for some people they like it as to help blend, and so if you're doing a really light color you can do that. I usually do my mid-tone brown, and then I'll do the highlight as... Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
I'm doing my makeup. Go watch your show, and I'll be out in just a little bit, okay?
No.
Okay. Of course, once you think you've got everyone situated, they never are. But I really think it's because they hear me talking, and so then they want to see what I'm saying or talking or who I'm talking to, right? So look at that highlighter. That's like dabbed on barely, right? So for the most part, when I'm highlighting, I'm going to want to do right where my crease is. And so if you look up right there.
Hi, Dad.
Hi. Say hi. This is my youngest, Tavi. So I'm not going to want to go above that line, but the crease color I will. So I'm just tapping that on, and then I'm going to do the same with the other. So this also helps. You always want to set your lid once you've used concealer to matte your eye. You do want to put a powder on it, and you can use your mineral powder if you want, or you can use an eyeshadow for that. Either way is okay. Obviously, if you use a lighter color, it's gonna look a little bit brighter. If you use more of your skin tone color, it will just kind of blend in and it will look more of a natural color. So that's just putting biscotti on. Check that out. That's a beautiful color. So we had one that was called Sweet Cream, but I feel like this one is a mix between our, like a white, but it's kind of just a little bit off-white is to me what it is. A little bit creamy white, whatever, or ivory. Maybe that's another color. But how pretty is that? And if you want it to be more potent, you can tap it on, and that always makes it more, it lays better, and you're not like rubbing it off if you want it to be a little bit more highly pigmented. Okay, so now I'm going to try that beautiful rose gold color right here, kind of a light pink, and I'm going to go just over that biscotti. I'm going to keep the light in the corner of my eye. I'm not go all the way in, but I'm going to do it right here on the center. It's not super pink, and that I didn't necessarily want that, but I do want to show you a trick that I know I've used on shown other people, and I have shown on the video, but when you use it on these products, I'm kind of excited to see because I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to pull out my finishing spray. I'm going to show you on the back of my hand. So I just got that same rose gold color right here.
Mommy, beep beep.
Yeah, okay, go sit down. And then what you can do is you can spray your brush with finishing spray. This is our amazing finishing spray. It's not sticky, it's not tacky. It's kind of feels like just like an air mist. It is so nice and it works so well. So just really quick, I want to show you how it looks on the brush, okay? It almost looks like a cream shadow. So this is the original with no finishing spray. This is it with the finishing spray. Can you see that? So it just is a little bit more, you usually can pull more of the shimmer out with, when you use the finishing spray. Can you see that? So I did it on the wrong side, or I put it on both sides. So can you see that? So if you want it more shimmery than what it already is, so I'm going to show you the difference of using this, and then I'm going to do it on my eye so you can see. So I'm going to spray it one more time just so it's wet as I apply it, because that's when it kind of goes to, it ends up being very similar to as if you were to use a cream powder or a cream before. Okay, so one of the things when you're using the finishing spray with your eyeshadows, you're going to want to do that first as your base layer, and then you can always add color over top of it. But just because I wanted to show you what it looked like before, I'm doing it after I put on a little bit of powder, but you would normally do it at the very beginning. And you can see the left eye versus the right eye. It's just a little bit more highly pigmented, and you can really notice the shimmer. You really notice it with the darker colors, especially. The colors just pop, and there really is no fallout, and it lasts so long. I love this trick. That's one of my fun tricks of the eyeshadow. Pretty. Okay. So then one of the other colors, they mix a little bit darker purple shimmer, and then they use our beautiful matte Merlot, which is gorgeous. This is a pretty purple that's kind of in between Sweet Plum, which we didn't have before. And then we have this one that's called Sunlit Rose, and that's one of the colors that they use. And then this one's called, it looks like Glow Mauve, but I don't think that's the actual name. I'm gonna have to look at that. is, I would probably use the all over eyeshadow brush, and I would recommend getting a couple of those. If you were to buy our one brush set, you would need more brushes than that if you're going to try to do more colors more often. So I'm going to use another one of the all over brush, and I'm going to use the Sunlit Rose, which is a little bit pinky purple. I'm going to do that anti-aging line. Remember, don't forget the anti-aging line, right? And then bring that color maybe about halfway, so there's just a medium pinky purple. How pretty is that? That's a really pretty color. So if you like to play with color, with high quality pigmentation, all that stuff, this is one. Mary Kay is going all out. So if you haven't yet tried our makeup, you need to. Even if you're not a regular makeup person, if you like to wear it on date nights and stuff like that, you don't want it to go crease, or, you know, if it's an all-day date, going out with friends, any of that, you want it to look nice for long periods of time. And it's been tested to last 12 hours, something like that. Okay, so that is kind of the medium pink. And then I'm going to use this beautiful, we've never had a color like this. It's almost like you could almost look at it and think that it's dark brown or blacky. It's a super dark burgundy. I mean, it's Merlot color. This color is called Merlot, and it's like a purpley. I'm gonna do it on my finger. Let's see if I have a clean finger. But look at that, right? That is a beautiful purple. So, and if you haven't done makeup with me before, purples are great for anyone with green eyes because they make the green pop and stand out. And now we have so many more purples that I'm so excited. I was born with blue eyes, and then I had mood changing eyes, so they would go blue or green depending on my husband would call it my mood, but really kind of sometimes what I wore or whatever. And then after I had babies, they kind of stayed green, right? I have always been told that I had beautiful blue eyes, and then more often than not nowadays people say you have such beautiful green eyes, which I appreciate the compliment, but it is so weird to hear them say green because I was, you know, raised with blue. So you tell me, do I have blue or green eyes? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to do Merlot, and it is going to be gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to take the crease brush. We have an angled one that you could do that would work great. Okay, so I'm going to take this Merlot color. I tapped on it, and then I'm actually tapping it off just because I don't want it to be, because I know how highly pigmented they are, it's probably going to go on really dark. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to try all the other colors. And you guys don't even know about it until I will be able to post this, but I will post it, and you're gonna have to come play with some makeup with me. You want a new look for the holidays? Here's your sign. I'm barely touching it on the eyeshadow because I don't want too much. These are some pretty colors. So now that's a matte color, so I'm using more matte, but because you've added the shimmer in the places that you can still take shimmer, like that medium purple, it's almost making this purple a little bit shimmery. They also used Sweet Plum. I almost don't think you need that, but you can kind of play with it. Let's see. So Sweet Plum is an old color. It's this. Okay, right here. So this is the Sweet Plum. We just put on Merlot and that's dark. I think with mixing this and Merlot, it's probably just going to kind of be like what Sweet Plum is, but I'll add it to see if I feel like. So the Sweet Plum, because it's the shimmer, if you wanted that little bit more of shimmer, and it actually, so our old Sweet Plum would kind of blend out to look almost brown. And there were a lot of people that felt like it didn't look purpley when they blended it out. But because of the formula of this, I don't think you'll have that. Which is why I didn't put it on. But it is changing it a little bit more purpley. But you could either do Sweet Plum or Merlot and kind of finish it with one of those. You wouldn't, I don't think you would need both. Okay, so I haven't even blended, right? You haven't seen that. So I'm gonna blend down and in. That's always what you wanna do. With eyeshadow. Sorry, I didn't realize I was covering up the camera.
Oh, trying to help me.
Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna smudge some of the purple underneath to kind of smoke it out a little bit. And then I'll probably line with a little bit of purple. So you can use our smudger brush to do it. It's just kind of a stiff, this is our smudger brush. Oh, I still have that color on my hand. I can't even rub that off. Check that out. That's crazy. Okay, so this is a smudger brush. It kind of tapers. I don't know if you can see that now. So it's thin, but you basically can tap it on, and you could use it if you don't like really harsh eyeliner. Using powder for your eyeliner is such a good idea. You won't end up with that really stark line, especially for your bottom lashes. You really don't want a super harsh line. And you could call that good. I'll probably do a little bit, I'll do a black line on top with our liquid. So this is our liquid pencil. It's like a kind of like a Sharpie for your eyes, which is awesome. And I can't do it without holding my eye. You could even do a winged eye. The eyeshadow's so pretty that I just want it to be the eyeshadow more. Okay, so I already did some mascara, but I'm gonna do one more coat. If you guys want thick, luscious looking lashes, you always do more than one coat. I keep tucking my hair to do my makeup, but then to have my hair tucked on both sides drives me crazy. So then I have to untuck it. If you want your lashes to look longer, you pull lengthwise, like this. If you want them to look more separated but thicker, you start at the base and kind of wiggle them from side to side. And for bottoms, I always do it like this. Because when I do it like this, I always end up poking myself in the eye. Look. Gorgeous. Look at those colors. Seriously fabulous. Also, if you haven't tried our new brow stuff, that is to die for. Seriously. Okay, so last thing is, I usually do a coral. Because I'm doing purples, I'll probably do a pink. This is a color that we had. It's called Shy Blush. And I'll probably do Shy Blush. So, oh man, see, I am so used to our old eyeshadows. And you didn't need very much, but with this one, you need even less. Wow. I still did too much. I'm so used to. Whew. Okay, this is called apple popping. It's a little bit more than I would normally do. So, okay, so if you do that, I always take a big fluffy brush, and with the color that you like put your powder on with, you can kind of just blush over it, and then it can blend it out, and you're good to go. How gorgeous! Because I'm not on Facebook Live, no one can say anything, but I will. Once you get to see it, I'm so excited for you guys to try it. They're seriously so pretty. So pretty. So, I'm going to try to this way, but then it's in my light. There, that's better. Okay, there you go. I hope you come and try them because they are so fabulous, and I am so excited for you guys to all try it. They are beautiful colors, and this is just the start. So get ready to watch more videos on these beautiful colors. Bye!